Hey YouTubers, Steven here. Today we're going to do something totally different. So I just want to give a shout out to my new subscribers. Thanks for subscribing. Alright, so guess what I got? Yes! You got it. I'm going to do an all grain batch of beer today. This is my first all grain. I made a mash tun. I'll put the video link here. I also have a wort chiller that I made last week, which I mentioned on my Homebrew Wednesday video. And today is the big day, okay? What I'm doing, it's a clone of an American beer called Arrogant Bastard Ale. I played with Brewsmith. That's a brewing program that you can use. There's another one that I like, it's free. It's called Q Brew. You can just do a Google search. There's no space in there. It's QBREW is the name, and I think the website is qbrew.com. I could be wrong. Anyways, it doesn't matter. I'll put the link in more info. I'll just look it up again. So anyways, I'm waiting for my water to heat up. The strike temperature is 75 degrees Celsius. So the strike temperature is 165 Fahrenheit, which I think works out to be in around 75 degrees Celsius. If I'm off by a degree or so, that's fine. There's 14 pounds of grain and 3 ounces of hops. And I'm going to use the Nottingham ale yeast. So let's get my water heated up and let's get started. Alright, here we go. Got my water. I can't see a darn thing because my glasses are just totally steamed up here. We got 6 gallons of water, 75 degrees Celsius. Alright, now I'm going to do some of the grains here. And these grains, oh my goodness, do they ever smell wonderful. So we don't want to put all of our grains in at once. Just going to pour in some here so they don't get into dough balls. Let me give this a little stir here. Oh my, what a smell. Oh, holy cow. Make sure we get it all. Oh my goodness, people, does this ever smell good? Just the grains themselves. So let's get all this goodness stirred in here. Now this has got to mash for 75 minutes. The recipe actually said to steep for 1 hour, but according to Brewsmith says for the best efficiency, and this should come out at about 85% efficiency, to steep it for 75 minutes. Alright. Don't want any grains hanging on my spoon. Let's give it a quick check on the thermometer here. Let's just see what we're at. And this should be in around 155 degrees Fahrenheit for steeping. So hopefully this thermometer won't take too long to get up there. Now we're almost there, almost 150. There we go. There's 150. There we go, 155. All right, perfect. So we're close the lid, and we gotta set our timer for 75 minutes, and then we'll be back. All right, our hour and 15 minutes is up, so I'm gonna just run this and see how clean, clear the wort is before I put it on the pot. It actually looks really clean. I guess putting that paint straining bag really helped. Oh yeah. That's clear as a bell. Ha! Alright, so let's pour this back in gently. Let's get our pot over here and let's pour our wort into our pot. What a beautiful color. You see that in the light? Oh yeah, what a beautiful color. Here, I'll move the camera. Look at that color flowing through there. Yum. So we're going to be sparging. This is much easier if you have someone helping you, like my daughter. This is just the last bit of the sparge water, and I'm just using a metal colander, and you still got some more, and we're just sprinkling it all over the bed grain. Alright, perfect. I was going to try it by myself, but with the way the pot that I got, it's not going to work, so let's get the rest of that goodness out into our pot here. And then we should be ready for boil. Alright folks, here we go. We've got our nice roiling boil here. I'm going to start the timer. Alright, 1 hour boil. And our first hop addition. Alright. We are on the road to making Arrogant Bastard. So, we'll come back in 30 minutes. Alright, second hop addition, 30 minutes. In she goes. Woot! Alright, we'll be back. Alright, everybody, 15 minutes left of the boil. We're going to submerge our wort chiller in here so that it gets sanitized. I'm just going to turn this around a little bit. There we go. Alright, we'll be back in a few more minutes. Alright folks, we're getting down to the bottom. Alright, 1 Irish moss tablet. Blunk. Alright people, as you can hear, there's our 1 hour boil is done. Let's get the heat off and let's get this chilled. Get it over here on the counter. Oh yeah. Alright, there's your drain. Get this hooked up to the sink. Alright, now I'm just going to slowly put the cold water on, just so it'll pressurize. I don't want to blow anything. These hoses are pretty soft from the boil. The water's pretty hot coming out of these tubes. Pretty cold going into it. Boy, is the temperature ever dropping quick now. We're down to about 70. All right, so we'll come back when I get this all cooled down. All right, so I'm doing a hydrometer test. Look at the color of that. That is just perfect, and I'll tell you, that's almost bang on to what Beersmith had. So give it a little spin here. And we're sitting about just a hair under 1.060. So that should be a good brew. Let me see. Now that I got it stopped, now about 1.055. So there we go. It's almost cooled down, so we'll be right back. Alrighty, ready to pour our wort in the bucket. Alright. It's slightly just under the 5 gallon mark. So you know what, Beersmith, you're pretty much bang on. So I'll get a knife here and we'll get our yeast in. Take my sanitized spoon and we'll just stir it in. I don't know what fell, but it didn't break. Good thing. Alright. Snap our lid on. Bung is in. And our airlock is in. Alright. So, thanks for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed the video. I know I really enjoyed making my first all grain. And stay tuned because I'm going to have the taste review right after this. Alright everybody, here we go. Alright, it's a moment of truth. We've got our bottle of Arrogant Bastard Ale clone. Let's listen for the pop. Ooh, good pop, good smoke, good sign. Oh, smells good. Alright, let's give it a pour. Lots ahead, look at that. Alright, well I still have a little bit left in the bottle. It's a pretty dark beer. You know, I think most ales are fairly dark. Let's see. It's kind of cloudy. I don't have a flashlight to shine into it, but just looking up at my light here beside me, it's kind of cloudy, maybe a chill haze, but give it a snort. It's got a nice beer aroma. I really can't pick anything out. Mind you, I don't think ales really have that much of a distinct scent to them, but cheers everybody. My first all grain. Oh my. Now this was touted as a very bitter recipe, and I'd have to say this is almost as bitter as an IPA. I know on the recipe the IBUs were in around 60. I did tweak brew smith a little bit to keep it in around 52, 53, because I didn't want to do a 90-minute boil. I wanted to do a 60-minute boil. So I played around with the amount of hops and how long they were going to be in so that I'd keep the IBUs in there. And this is really good. Oh man. I would actually say, other than the bitterness, this is very close to the red ale that that I made from Noble Grape. I'm sure you've seen the video there. Little more mouthfeel. This is quite impressive. I hate to say it, but I actually do notice a difference between the kits and the all grain. Now, being my first all grain, it's not perfection by any means, but for my first all grain, this is perfect. This is delicious. Not saying anything against the kits, because I'm still going to make kits. They're quick and easy, whereas all grain's very time consuming. And I do like some of the kits that I've made, you know, some of the Cooper's kits and the Noble Grape kits. I'm just babbling here because this is really good. Lacing's not that great, but it may also have to do with I just washed the glass and then towel dried it, so maybe it's not dry and the lacing's not sticking there, but the head's sticking around. Well, still sticking around, so yeah, give this a try, everybody. You know, this is really good. Stay tuned for my next all grain, and cheers. Can't wait to see what Jake and Dar has to say.